Close that door.
Oh, shit.
All right. Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Locker Podcast, your entertainment podcast for everything movies, television, video games, and more. My name's Adam.
I'm Oliver.
And we have
Johnny G Films.
Johnny G Films
AKA
back
Johnny
with
G.
us.
Oh, yeah.
Is that your last name?
G.
Yeah.
So guys, we are doing a special episode. This one is reviewing the brand new movie, The Marvels, that came out.
Oh, yeah.
Our opinions are going to be very polarized. I think everyone here has a mixed bag of feelings. I know some people are more negative than others, some are more positive than others, and then some of us are neutral. So it really just depends. First and foremost, overall, before we get into the details, just give an overall score out of 10. Where do you guys put this movie?
Wait, we're doing the scores at the beginning?
Yeah, because we have a lot to talk about.
Okay.
A lot happened.
Why are you guys looking at me for? Why do I have to go first?
Because you're on House Left.
House? That's not a thing. No one says that.
Yeah, you're fine. Go.
5.
5, okay.
That's tough. That's tough. I was gonna give it a 6.
Really?
Yeah, I mean
6? I'm going to give it a 6.5 because I have probably a little more comic
I like
knowledge
the
than
linear
you do.
progression.
Dude,
Yeah.
we're like singular.
Even though I'm not the most positive one, I think, on it, though.
Yeah.
But,
That's funny.
so, yeah. Whew. This film, overall,
You start.
felt like another episode of Miss Marvel. And I say that in the most
I like that. Yeah.
respectful way to the show, but disrespectful way to the movie.
Wow.
And I say that in the way of, like, we got a lot of Miss Marvel characters. We got her family. We got a lot of that post-credit scene. I don't know. It just really rotated around Miss Marvel, and especially with the end credit scene, or like right before the end credits. It was, yeah, for that, I'll give it like an A on the Miss Marvel storyline progression. Did we need this movie? No. That's the thing. We did not need this movie in any way, shape, and form. Everything that happens within the movie is self-contained except for the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Which does progress timelines, multiverse stuff, which is great. But did we need to watch a almost 2-hour movie to get to that point?
Yeah, that was 2 hours.
No.
That was 4.
It was an hour 45.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was the shortest Marvel
We got
movie.
stuck in the multiverse.
Dude,
But-
we did, man.
But the thing is in my opinion, you open up, and guys, full spoilers of when we go into this,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna start right now. You go and you open up a way to the X-Men in a very, very just right in your face. Here you go, Fox people, boom. I could have gotten that in a special presentation, like Werewolf by Night. I could have gotten an hour special, which was like a Miss Marvel like epilogue that brought in these characters, paid them the same amount of money to Brie Larson, paid the same amount of money to all the other actors like Samuel Jackson, blah blah blah.
Would have been better for the budget too.
Yeah, and just release this as a special presentation that opens us up into X-Men, and maybe release it in theaters,
Yeah.
you know, but it still could have been about an hour. Like, you could have cut that movie in half and still got to the same point. The villain, as great as the actress was, completely
I'm not gonna lie,
unnecessarily.
Yeah.
I still don't know the
Dumb.
villain's name.
I think it started on M.
Darbin.
Oh,
Darvin?
all right.
Yeah, Darbin.
Star
You don't
Wars
even know.
character, you know.
Yeah.
Darbin.
Din Djarin. No.
Din Djarin.
And so we get this this villain that is part of the Kree and is upset that Captain Marvel went and, like, fucking killed everybody, basically. Well, not killed everyone, but like took away their way of life. And so they called her the Annihilator, which she was like in this like dark, like, I'm just gonna destroy all of Marvel everywhere that I can, blah blah blah. And I just don't. And also, you didn't get a lot of the. There could have been so much more Monica and Carol interactions that we didn't get with like that abandonment stuff, because it kind of felt like, I hate you, I still love you, I'm okay with you, I still love you, I love you. I love you. That's it. There was no other progression of that. Like, because she was so easily like, I'll work with you. And I understand that Captain Marvel's like fucking OP as shit. So like, just work with her. Don't worry about what you feel. But at the same time, if you're that fucking hurt, you should have been like shunning her, pushing her away, not wanting to listen to what she had to say, going against her. Like there should have been more times where Monica like wanted to do her own thing against what Captain Marvel asked her. Like, and also there, as cool as it was to see, which I think you missed because you went to go get your nachos.
Wow, I was gonna bring that up myself, but that's fine.
Yeah, well, I was kind
of gonna actually bring up my whole experience, but no, go ahead.
No, in that moment I was like, man, he's missing like the coolest scene, which is where they're like mastering their.
Oh no, I knew it was gonna happen.
I know, but like what they were doing to get it, like jump rope and things like that, throwing a ball in the air and stuff. It was like kind of cool the way that sequence was.
I'm sure.
Which they're
a couple months I can watch it on.
Yeah, probably in a couple weeks. But the thing is just like the whole teleportation stuff was really well done in those scenes. I think they definitely did that justice. But again, to me, it also, like, Miss Marvel is pretty fucking cool, not gonna lie. For a kid, she's fucking kicking ass, dude.
She's pretty cool.
Also, the flirkin scene with the fucking cats. Like, don't get me wrong, I love how it went full-on horror movie for, like, the Saber people, because, like, don't run, this is going to help you. And they're like, nah, fuck that. I'd rather, like, risk getting blown to bits than being in this cat's stomach for, like, a couple of days, maybe. I'm like, dude, I would have just been like, all right, whatever. I love how one of them, like, the last guy, like, held his nose before he took it in. Like,
damn.
So it just, for me, I enjoyed it. I could have watched it on Disney Plus, or I could have watched it with half of the runtime as a special presentation released in theaters, maybe for a limited time, and still would have felt like very, very satisfied that way. But this was a lot of build up to an X-Men reveal, which is setting up Deadpool 3, which I get. But man, that was definitely a reshoot. If you tell me, like, that was a reshoot. That was added in last second. But Kelsey Grammer, guys, is back as Beast. That's the big, like, fucking reveal that everyone's talking about.
That was crazy.
Is Kelsey Grammer's back as Beast in much better CGI than the fucking prosthetics they had. So his head looks proportionate to his body. And we have Charles mentioned. So I'm going to get into my theories about that afterwards, but let's move on to what your experience was with this movie.
Sure. Yeah, so to me, I'm trying to think, like, it was... I'm just going to eat
literally told that, talk to the mic.
All right. Yeah, so, like, let's take it back. So, yeah, I mean, like, it was... It's a decent movie, but you could tell it was made for like a certain audience, and that's totally understandable.
Shit again.
But literally, yeah, I mean, it like honestly, like it felt like a Scooby-Doo space movie, like met Spy Kids. Like that's where it really met.
First,
you know what I'm saying? Like
Spy Kids,
yeah,
unless it's like Spy Kids 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like the later ones. Yeah.
Spy Kids.
Fuck you, man.
Suck.
No, get out of here. Spy Kids 1 is a classic.
You kind of look like one of the thumb creatures.
Yeah, dude. I am fucking Antonio Banderas back in 2001.
No, the thumb things.
No, fuck you. I'm not a thumb. I don't think.
We'll have to check your DNA on that. Get back to you on that one.
100% thumb.
100% thumb.
But yeah, so like I mean, it was just so I give it a 6 out of 10 because, like, to be honest, in the beginning and the end, not the middle, well, a little bit of the middle, but the beginning and the end especially, I really liked how the fight was choreographed. I don't know if the
choreographed.
Yeah, all right, hold on now.
Yeah.
I only have one beer. How like the choreography came together.
Okay.
Yeah. So the fight choreography, it was pretty cool. Like they used weapons, they used their powers, they worked together. There was some slow scenes, there was some fast scenes. It was pretty neat. And the graphics, I mean, to me were pretty decent. I mean, I like the graphics, the colors and everything like that was good. And I mean, there was some funny jokes and stuff, like how they set up some like certain punchlines and things. Like, I mean, there was some fun to it. You know what I mean? It's good for like, like an entry level like Marvel fan or something like that that's just getting into Marvel, they're a little kid or something.
I will say they gave
what I
you
mean?
enough exposition to like where you didn't need to watch WandaVision.
Yeah,
and
thank
Miss
God, because
Marvel.
I didn't
fair,
watch
yeah.
I didn't watch
That's
one.
fair.
I feel like the only movie
Yeah.
you needed to see was Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
I
I seen
tried
that,
to
yeah.
understand this movie.
Yeah, I
Which
didn't
you
even
shouldn't see anyway.
Yeah,
So
yeah. But like that's kind of like the only pros that I could really give it, because like other than that, like what really like grind my gears was when like there was 2 times that it happened. And like I was just shaking.
Peter
I'm like,
Griffin,
oh my
what else you
God,
got?
yeah. I was like, I just can't take. There was it was in the beginning, or like the beginning towards the middle, where like they fight they're saving the scrolls, and then they get on the plane, and then the spaceship, and then Brie Larson's like I hurt feelings. And then like Miss Marvel's like, it's okay, nice to meet you. Like they're just like so like like acting just is so weird.
Okay,
It's like
I have
this
something
is
to
a
point out about
superhero
that.
movie. Like I don't need you apologizing to each other. Like hit somebody, like save the day, like do you know what I mean? It's like
I know what
so
you're talking
weird. Like I sigh. Like okay, I'm glad we said sorry. And then again towards the ending, they apologize to each other. Like on a middle, like where they apologize. Like all right, so they come through this like multi-dimensional thing. They land on this planet. They're in the middle of absolutely nowhere. They have an entire army chasing them, and they get out, and the first thing they're like, yeah, so like I'm sorry. And it's like what?
Yeah,
Like
Kronk.
dude, like you got like
Kronk steps out of the
you
ship.
got like an entire army coming after you, and all you're doing is just saying sorry right now. Like, are you serious? Like,
That's so funny.
I don't know. It really bothered me. Like, it was just so annoying.
I
Like
have
so
something to point out,
unnecessary.
yeah, I honestly, I agree with that.
yeah, like, it's
the
just
acting
so-
dynamic between all 3 of them seemed a little off. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like I feel like
Was
they
this
never
filmed
met
during
each-
COVID?
I don't know.
Maybe. Might be.
Because it seemed a little off. Like it
Yeah.
seemed like they were all filmed separately, and I don't know if it was filmed. during
Oh, I didn't
COVID
even
or not.
think of that. I
Real
guess that's
quick,
true.
On that though, I will say, in comparison to the first movie, Brie Larson really pulled through this time.
Yeah, there was some cool
Yeah,
points.
oh,
She
honestly,
she
some
gave
cool
the
points, I'm not
character.
gonna lie.
There was personality. There were sweet moments. There
You could
was
tell
a,
she really felt bad
like-
for what she did.
like when she like was talking and got like, what was it? It was when she was talking to all of them and she got like super sweet kind of thing, and like it just felt vulnerable, her voice, and I was like, oh, this is cool because you get to see like the human side of Captain. She definitely played it very like Annihilator esque
Yeah.
in the first one, and then definitely in Infinity War and
You can
Endgame.
tell, like,
But-
she learned.
Yeah, she definitely
Not
like.
even in acting, but also in
I
her
think-
character.
I
Yeah.
know what I think. Yeah, I think she took probably more time to delve into the character in this time that she's been gone, and probably heard the feedback and took it to
Right.
heart and stuff. Because she does great in the Fast movies, so
Yeah.
like, I don't understand why she couldn't have done this in the first Captain Marvel. But maybe she just was.
Maybe
I don't
it's
know
just-
how
it-
quickly
it
they
could
got
have
into
been-
filming.
It could have been direction based off like what
Yeah.
she was given.
Yeah, so I'm not
And
sure.
It
I
could
don't know.
also be like, because I know a lot of people like, you know, just from her being a person perspective, like she could have like really wanted to do this character and stuff, but because she got like so much hate because of it and stuff like
Yeah.
that, it could have kind of like threw her off.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because I think there was like an interview or like a little red carpet scene or something where they did film her, and they asked her if she'd come back for like another Marvel movie or something. And she's like, well, yeah, I would, but you know, I get so much hate, you know, I don't really know what the fans want.
Yeah.
So like it kind of like shows you that she keeps that in mind, like the fans and stuff. And you know, I mean, she does get a lot of hate. I'm not gonna lie.
Which is like a good thing though.
Yeah,
Like,
I
she's
mean, it
paying
is.
Attention
yeah,
to
definitely.
like what we think, and she's gonna incorporate that.
Yeah,
into
I
her
mean,
acting.
but she was good. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I really enjoyed the fight choreography like a lot. To be honest, especially in the ending. The beginning was great too, but like the middle was like, yeah, it was all right. But she did really well with her fighting and stuff like that. And then as far as like the rest of the movie goes, I mean, it was good. I mean, everything, you know, the plot, it all made sense and stuff. It went along and stuff, but it just kind of, I don't know. It's just, I think like what really the downside of it was the villain, you know?
Yeah.
Cause like when you get
we were talking about that before.
yeah.
Who the fuck is
yeah, like that, it's just like, you know, it's
Yeah.
like I know the villain was trying to save their planet and stuff, but like it's almost like the villain, like it was just weird. It's like all of this could have been done if like they sat down and they were like, yo, Captain Marvel, can you just like go inside the sun and just fix that for me? Like, you know, just be on your way. Like that's literally like
Yeah.
it was just kind of like, I don't know, like I understand the sun and like it helped the planet grow and stuff like that, but it's just like to go through all that just for the sun, it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm
Power-
missing something,
The
but
power of the
Don't
sun
say it.
in the
Don't
palm
say
of
it.
my hand.
I said don't say it.
Anyways, what was
Yeah.
your experience?
So you gave it a 6?
Yeah.
You were 6.5.
Yeah.
Yo, that movie fucking sucked. Oh my god, dude. Why do you okay? So I'm gonna go through my entire experience walking into the theater. Okay.
Yeah. Which, granted, you were later to the movie than I was. We were all late. I got in like right after like Marvel credit happened, and then they came in like 5-10 minutes after that.
Fucking food. It was a Marvel movie. We knew what to expect.
Yeah.
We had snacks.
We prepared.
So yeah, you got into the movie, and then Johnny and I, you got popcorn, large drink. I got a nice lovely hottie hot dog. It was great.
Hottie hot dog?
Well, yeah, it was hot, and it's a hot dog. Jesus, what more do you want? And then, so we walk in, everything's playing, blah, blah, blah. I had no idea where our seats were.
Yeah, I was like,
so he led.
I'm lucky I've seen you. Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is great.
I'm like, oh, cool. Where the fuck's Adam? Yeah. There was like 4 people.
Yeah. That's another thing. Like the showing, like I thought we were gonna be like bumper to bumper. I mean, there was like
literally.
I could have like sprawled out. I mean, I was like literally. We could have had like 3 seats to each other.
Arm up and like.
Yeah, there was like nobody.
Down.
Yeah, nobody was.
But we found Adam. He found Adam. We sat down, blah blah blah, and then I noticed how cookie cutter this movie is. Like immediately, I was like, okay, we're gonna get 3 new heroes. The only part I was really looking forward to is like, oh, they're gonna learn each other's abilities and bounce off each other to make a really epic fight scene, which did happen near the end.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, that's neat. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, makes sense.
I knew what was gonna. I mean, I feel like we all knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah,
like
we did, but the things that were the curveballs. And before we get to the curveballs, here's a word from our sponsor.
Oh, hold on, but I'm not done.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist in their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you get the same professionalism and quality you expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom-picked for you, more scheduling flexibility, and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off at your first month at betterhelp.com/nerdlocker, and that's BETTERHELP.com/nerdlocker, and we have also linked them down below in the description.
Man, I can't believe how addicting Cinnamon Toast Crunch is.
Right?
What are you wearing?
A shirt?
You're into scary movies, right?
Kinda.
I see it. Anyway, there's a sick brand that I know of. They make a bunch of like horror-esque type of. Here, I tell you what. Let me just. Better.
Oh. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. You know who makes that?
Who?
7th Ink.
Really?
All artwork, original.
Whoa, that's
you got little bats on you.
But what about you?
What about me?
Oh. But what about your mask? Oh. Well,
Get off the dipshit.
I mean, these shirts are awesome though. Like they're really comfortable. They fit nice. Like
honestly,
this is great.
One at you. This is pretty lightweight. They don't shrink. And
yeah.
It's just like come on, just look at me.
This is great. You know what? Want to grab some popcorn and watch a scary movie?
What's your favorite scary movie? What the was that? And we're back. So, after I realized, like, wow, I know exactly what's going to happen, which is when I left to get nachos, and that was the scene you guys were displaying where they're all like, oh, we can learn off each other's powers.
Yeah.
By the way, fucking worst nachos I've ever had. So salty. And then 10 minutes in eating these nachos, I noticed that you had a drink.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I seen you eyeballing it, and I'm like...
and look at that. And then I looked at my drink. I had the wrong lid on.
Oh, that's fun. Wait, it was just bigger and smaller.
I had the sluffy lid on.
Yeah,
I
noticed that.
God.
I noticed that when you came in. I was like, did he get a sluffy?
I had no idea until like super late.
The display is right there. I mean, what do you
I
mean?
only had slushy list. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I don't.
Jesus.
So that was my inspiration in the middle of the movie. It was just eyeballing your drink. And then, and then the scene came on where they all fought each other, and then the villain died because I didn't like them. The actress did do a good job.
She did.
Yeah.
But
Kind of weird looking though. Her
didn't-
teeth were all messed up. I'm like,
yeah,
"Ugh."
it was weird. It reminds
to
me
be like
almost
a
of the
crack
villain
addict.
from Guardians, the first Guardian.
Yeah.
Oh.
With the hammer and stuff.
Oh, Ronan the Accuser.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, aren't they a part of the same
I don't
Cree.
faction?
Yeah, they're both
Yeah.
Cree. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
part
that
of the
makes
same
sense.
faction, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because the guys in the background with
That's
her
right.
look,
Okay,
I'm
that
like,
makes
what the
sense.
hell is that?
Yeah, that
Ronan?
makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's like the same faction or
Also,
species.
hold on, real quick. Mama and Papa Khan going over here and just like destroying the Kree in their house.
Wait,
like,
Yeah.
no,
Oh.
no,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, no. Kamala Khan's parents.
Oh, yeah.
Just like wrecking the
What the
fucking
fuck
Kree,
was that?
like,
Yeah.
like I was
I mean-
like, Mama going. She's like punching
happening?
the shit out of
And
these
then they got
aliens,
the mop
dude.
and the thing and like,
Dude, yeah, they were like
Yeah.
going at it,
and like you seen.
I will say the comedic moments,
Yeah,
perfect.
those are dope. Yeah,
Well, you also
that's why I
missed-
liked it. Yeah.
You did miss one thing where they were like FaceTiming Kamala Khan, and the mother's just like, if you get her hurt, tell her I'll kill her. To like Carol, and they're like, what'd she say? Nothing.
Yeah, that was funny.
But like in their language, it's like, tell her I'll kill her.
Yeah.
Oh, she said it in like
Yeah.
I don't even know where they're from.
Yeah, but they had it was funny too when they the Kree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they tied up the Kree guys, like if you look at it, like when the camera was panning, I was like, what the fuck? They had steel, they had like a rope around them, they had like string, they had like
Yeah.
a steel thing around. Like what the hell? Where'd they get all this shit from? Like their house is totally wrecked. Where do they find all this stuff? Like
From the house.
yeah, I'm like what?
Like, oh shit.
But
Literally.
I mean, so this movie. Well, what I was gonna say was like this movie is getting to two different franchises. Essentially,
I guess the only thing that made it for me was the ending credits. That was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That
like
was
so,
dope.
guys. What we get in this, other than the X-Men, was we also get the confirmation that we're getting the Young Avengers.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah.
at the end of this, we see Kamala Khan shows up and meets up with Kate Bishop from the Hawkeye series, and does the exact same Nick Fury thing of like, you think you're only kid superhero around here,
Yeah.
like, but recruiting Kate Bishop, and then also mentions Ant-Man's daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we know that we're gonna get Cassie Lang, Kate Bishop, Kamala Khan, probably Peter Parker, probably Iron Patriot, like or Patriot, Isaiah
Ironheart?
Bradley.
Is it
Ironheart might be another one. Kid Loki might be on this team. We have Wanda's kid that's gonna be an Agatha Covenant, whatever the fuck they call it. But that's supposed to be like an older version of him. So like
Harkness of Madness or something?
House
I
of
think they
Harkness,
changed. I think they changed it from that.
Covenant Chaos.
Yeah, they changed
They
it.
changed it.
They
Yeah,
changed it a
it's
couple
Covenant
times.
Chaos,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they are like an older version of him, so they can bring him in too. So like they're gonna make their own version of the Avengers. Is this gonna be on Disney Plus though, or is this gonna be a movie? That's what I want to get to. Is like
Oh, the Young Avengers.
Yeah,
I think that should be just streamed.
because right now
Yeah, I think so,
Marvel
too.
has
Yeah.
come out and said that they have a new banner called Marvel Spotlight, and
Stop
these
touching the table, Adam.
and these and these films are, or these presentations essentially, whether they be series or movies under the Marvel Spotlight banner, are things that you can watch that are so grounded that you don't need to watch anything else Marvel. And the first
Oh.
thing is going to be Echo. So the
Yeah.
Echo series is something that you can watch and never seen a lick of Marvel at all, and you could jump into Echo, enjoy it, watch it, and see it as its own thing, separate from the MCU but still in the MCU, because you don't need to have any of the prior knowledge. So they can easily do the same thing with Young Avengers and do this exposition, because like this movie felt like a Marvel Spotlight movie, because like I
Yeah.
said, you didn't need to know
Yeah.
other things really to watch this movie, and I'm not going to say enjoy it, but follow along with it. Like you
Yeah.
literally only need to know one other movie and just be a Marvel person in general that's seen a good amount to know where the
So-
at least the Avengers movies,
So
you know.
really
Yeah.
quick, let me ask both of you. If you're recommending to watch, like for someone to watch all the Marvels, are you going to include this movie in it?
No.
Or are you just going to say like, listen, this is what happens in this movie?
Yeah,
I've
I would
done
like
that
just
before.
explain.
This is a
Yeah.
wrap up one, because
Definitely.
you have Young Avengers, and then finally one other thing I'm going to say, because we're almost out of time, is X-Men. We have Beast Kelsey Grammer, which I have a funny feeling that this is the Days of Futures Past timeline where Logan went back to fix the things that happened and kind of erased X3 and X-Men Origins Wolverine out of the timeline, which kind of puts Deadpool into this universe as well, because that's the one that we could have been following Deadpool the whole time, just didn't know. Or he could just be jumping between.
Are we getting the OG Jean Grey?
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
This is the OG cast, because we've already seen Professor Xavier.
Yo,
we know we're
Iceman's
getting
so
Hugh
old.
Jackman, but we know we're getting Hugh Jackman.
Magneto?
We know we're
Ian McKellen?
He's already been confirmed
Yo.
to come back.
The only person I would actually go
So
get
like
for.
this means that everyone.
I
So all
thought Magneto
the-
was Michael Fassbender.
No, he is the first class.
So,
The
guys,
original
just so you
Magneto
know, Johnny is
Ian McKellen.
Damn.
almost a generation behind us. So
Literally,
he's
yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a kid.
yeah, he doesn't know about
A
this
child.
stuff. So, anyways, Ian McKellen, I think, is already confirmed to be coming back. So we know he's gonna be in there. So this is gonna be great. This is going to be a really cool take on everything, and we are definitely opening this up to incursions, because that's basically what just happened. Was they prevented an incursion at the end of this, because the whole reason we get to X-Men is because Monica Rambeau ends up into an alternate universe at the end of this to patch up the fuck up that the villain did. And in this alternate universe, you have her mom that's alive, that's binary, which is a character from recent comics in 2021. So kind of cool they're jumping on this real quick.
Yeah.
But she's in there with the new costume and everything, and then we have Kelsey Grammer B saying Charles wants some information on this person. Like, there's no way you could be here because it's impossible if you're in an alternate reality, but here you are. And then we see the X door, and we know it's at the bottom of the X mansion, and we get Beast's blue pants with a little yellow trim, which means we're getting comic book accurate old cast X-Men versus probably the Avengers and Secret Wars. Like, we might get fights. And also, apparently, with recent confirmation of all Marvel stuff being canon to MCU, Kevin Feige specifically said, if you guys want to, you need to be watching all the other Spider-Man movies because they will make sense for Secret Wars, which almost confirms that it probably is true that Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire are going to be the leads in Avengers Secret Wars.
Wow.
Man.
Like, they're going to be the two top billed people, which means they're going to have the most screen time, which means they're going to be
That's
leading
awesome.
either one or probably two separate teams of people. X-Men
So,
versus Avengers.
After this, what
Toby
how do
versus Hugh Jackman.
How do you top that?
Oh my
But
God.
think about this.
do
Tobey
you top that,
Maguire
though?
versus Hugh Jackman. Well, this is Secret Wars. This is what's going to end out and hit
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
soft
say.
reboot. So they're not trying to top it. They're soft
This
rebooting.
is the top. This is Mount
So I
Everest.
think what's happening is
Right,
these
but-
young Avengers are going to take over,
Oh.
and everything else, just don't even worry about it. We're just
I'm
rebooting.
not gonna lie.
They're going to be the new start of these things.
Yeah.
So let's say for our generation and anybody older than us, including Johnny.
Yeah.
After this, like Hugh Jackman versus Tom Holland,
Tom.
fucking Tobey Maguire, I don't think I'm gonna care.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of
Unless-
peak
But
for
that's
us, right?
2027.
Yeah.
At that point, hopefully we could be making our own fucking movies.
Yeah.
So we don't even give a shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, where can we find you, Adam?
Yeah, you can find me at Amore Photography. You can find the studio at Archangel Studios Official, and you can find this podcast at Nerd Locker Podcast, wherever you get your podcast. And episode 3 of Joker Tapes is on Spotify and YouTube Saturday.
Oh shit.
Where
Oh,
can they
is it
find
me?
you? Yeah,
Oh, I thought we were going in order.
I don't care.
Johnny, go.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Where can they
Okay,
find
ready?
you?
Nice. Nice.
All right.
Yeah, so you can find me Johnny G _films. I do a lot of photography and stuff like that. So you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Yeah.
MySpace,
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
No, he's too young for MySpace.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's,
Yeah, true.
that's like saying Hotmail. I'm
You
like,
can find them on Snapchat.
Snapchat.
All right, go
You can
ahead.
find me on the Sewer 21 on all major social media platforms except for TikTok. I'm Oliver Kahn VA.
All right, and we will see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.